I'm absolutely delighted with the way this one's coping with life at the minute. Because he came in yesterday like a just broken, that was half a flying change that Geoff did then.
It's a half halt, a flying change, a piaffe, all in one go. Oh, girl.
He came in like a just broken 3-year-old yesterday, and today he's starting to feel a little bit more confident. He's breathing a lot better. He's not holding his breath. Oh, God, what's happening now?
I'm getting hot.
Da, 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 da.
Well,
if there are any Pony Club children in the audience, that's how you don't take your coat off when you're riding.
Whoa, come on. Hey.
Boy.
I'm sick of all this. I'm going to start jumping. Come on, good girl. Good girl. Add a girl. Whoa. I'm going to trot to that cross pole.
Oh, God.
That's good. Go on, you can clap if you want. With the young horses, I'd normally start trotting to a fence. I think that gives them more confidence. What you've got to remember is keep hold of the steering wheel. Don't drop the reins totally. Squeeze the horse forward with your lower leg. Keep your body right in the center. Look forward and just keep a contact. Whoa, good girl. Whoa, she's still ducking and diving, as you can see, but whoa. Don't you cough again. Oops. And if anybody wants to break wind, nip your bum together, because I'll be finished up in Coventry. You want some cough medicine? Oh, good. Hey, up. You know that kid on that 12-2 that I was talking about? They're bigger than me. Oh. Eventer. Anybody that's got a horse that keeps knocking fences down, they call them eventers. Whoa. Good girl. She's still a bit spooky, isn't she? Good girl. That's good. That's nice. Sarah, just take that coat off there once, please. Sarah's jumping the gun a little bit. We've got that coat laid over that fence because if you haven't got any fillers at home, you can throw anything over a fence just to make them look like fillers. I'm going to let her.
I used Geoff once. It was the only time I wanted 4 poles.
It jumped the fence and it saw you lot and it went, ah! It's like a blooming rabbit in headlights, isn't it? I'll jump it going the other way. And I'm going to do a little bit. We've got something set up here. Lucinda was doing it before. Come around the corner, keep the rhythm. Oh, yes.
Well, good.
You can see there, she's very, very careful. Can you make this into a vertical here, girls, please? Sarah. On your way past, Sarah, put that coat on the fence.
Good boy.
So, do different things with the young horses. You know, they've got to see everything. The main thing is they've got to go exactly where you want them to go. Parallel, please. Whoa! See? Perfect example. Good girl. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come around the corner a bit. I'm not going to come around the corner. This is when horses start to make fools of you. Can you give me a lead? You're not a bad lad after all.
Good boy. And I think that's, as you can see there, I think that's quite a good example of what I think could be a very good event horse and what I think Geoff thinks could be a very good show jumper in terms of mine feels careful, but he's careful in a very much get to the other side way. He'd sort of have a fence down by being a little bit spooky, whereas Geoff's would definitely not have a fence down by being spooky. It's not quite as, they're both brave for young horses, but brave in different ways to me. Or perhaps Geoff
She
isn't
feels
brave
as
at all,
careful.
I'm not sure. But
Do you know how careful she feels? She feels as careful as a nudist over a barbed wire fence. That's good. That's nice. Whoa. Can I have it bigger, please? That's a fancy exercise you've got there, Ollie. What's that?
it's long.
Oof. Is it a bit long, that?
Yeah. I do quite a lot of that. As we've said before, young horses do everything from repetition.
Do you want it moving in there?
Yeah, please. With the oxes here, as you can see, I've got tram lines, which keeps the horse central, or keeps the horse thinking down the middle. I'd generally start with them that wide, and then if I could move the tram lines in a good bit, please. So if you just roll them in. And again, it's the oxes I keep quite low and always square, so that the horse learns through repetition.
Struggling, me.
The horse, I can just hear noises all the time. I've got to,
I'm frightened to death.
the sound system must be a good one here, because most
Come on,
demonstrations I do with him, all I can hear is...
Don't be frightened to use your voice. Whoa, steady. Whoa, whoa. Bigger, please. Hey, that's good, it works. Next time you come to watch me at Olympia, I'll be going around the ring going, ah, hoo, ah.
Good boy. Oop.
That's yours started now.
I've never
Whoa,
seen an orange
mine
cat
wants to come to
before.
you now. Good girl.
Good boy. Good boy.
Good, bigger. With the young horses, always start low, give them confidence, and then you can build them up. I'd rather, when I take them to a show, I think with the young horses it's good, I try to take them for 2 classes. The first class with her, I'd jump her in the smallest class possible, and then she could jump the class bigger then, once she'd been in the ring and seen her way around and got a little bit of confidence. I'd rather do that and try and jump a little bit bigger than start trying to gallop against the clock around the smallest class. Because I believe you've got to teach them to jump before... I hope mine's going to try and dive out that door now. I was going to jump that turquoise fence, but I've changed my mind. Just get her to bring Jimmy in, Sarah. Well, I really want to jump that turquoise fence. I've had to try it with all them shadows and everything.
Yeah.
Ollie, just stay down at that end and it'll come to you.
I'll stay here and catch your horse.
We're having a bit of trouble here. We're having an argument. We're like a married couple here. She's saying she wants to do one thing and I'm saying I want her to do the other. So in the end, I'll finish up doing what she wants. Whoa! I knew that wasn't going to work. Anyhow, Scarlett, I've frightened her to death. She's going out with her heart pumping. You can give her a big round of applause. You can see. That is young horses for you. You've got to try and think how the horses are thinking. And as soon as they opened that door, I knew what was going to happen. You know, she wasn't going to look at the fence at all. there's loads of sunlight shining through, the door's opening, so think one step ahead of your horse. When you're going around the course, if you see something that you think your horse might spook at, maybe just give them a little bit more of a squeeze or a kick, because you've got to anticipate what they're going to think. Good girl. She's thinking, let me get out of here. Right, bring that next horse in, please. Have you already swapped?
Yep.
Right. You better do a bit of blathering while I get swapped over.
This is a young advanced horse. He's called Quizzical. I've had him for quite a while, but he was a difficult horse to produce. He's conformationally quite long. He was quite weak, or very weak, and he's sort of struggled throughout his whole career so far to get strong enough to hold himself in canter, to hold himself in rhythm, to hold himself in balance. I think he's got plenty of ability, but he's always just struggled. Ignore him.
I used to be able to jump on, you know. Somehow my spring's gone. Anyhow, I do bed my horses on the best bedding, which is Ned's bed. Unfortunately, there's a bale here, so I'm going to use it as a mounting block. Could you just bring it up here, please, Sarah? Go on, Jimmy, lad. Good boy.
As you can see, this horse is 8 years old, coming 9. Straight away, as soon as I put... I'm surprised you didn't get a round of applause for that. You have noticed that nobody offers to leg him up anymore. After three grooms went to the osteopath.
Don't laugh at him. It's not funny.
He's got a new JCB at home. You're doing some building.
Bet you're not riding when you're my age.
I hope not. I hope I've not bred as many children and as many divorces either. I think that's the only reason you... Anyway.
Bold away. Down here. This is Uppercut. It's been my best horse for the last 2.5 seasons. He's been all around the world. He's been as far as Calgary twice. He's had a bit of an injury this year. He jumped in the Nations Cup for Great Britain at the end of May. We were last to go in the team. We were the anchor men. We'd got to jump a clear for us to get into the second round. He obliged. He jumped a fantastic clear round. In that competition that day, there was only one double clear. He had an unlucky 4 faults the second round, so he was the second best horse in the competition on the day. He then wanted to win the Grand Prix. Jumped a fantastic clear round, but I went too slow and had a time fault. He wanted to win it, but I stopped him. He's getting a bit worried. Good lad. As I say, he's been out of action for a couple of months. He's back now. We've got a big premier show at Addington this coming week, Wednesday to Saturday. I'm going to take him there as his first show, so I thought it would be nice to just bring him here and get the cobwebs out a little bit.